Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 34 of Europa Universalis IV as Barat. And we've just had a coalition war declared against us. I'm going to slow the game speed down because I'm going to have to do a little bit of careful manoeuvring here. What we need to try and do is make sure that we can try and catch some of these enemy armies out and don't give them the opportunity to group up together. That's what will cause a lot of the problems. It'll also be quite nice if we can start sieging out some people's provinces, because if we can do that, we can actually start to get individual people out of the war. So I do have my vassals helping me in this as well. We've got a few annoying people that we're going to have to deal with. Looks like we are winning a couple of naval encounters here. We probably will get blockaded. It's quite a large Jampur army coming in down here. I think the smart thing for me to do actually, and we're actually movement locked here, I think the smart thing for me to do at the moment is to not actually try and get involved in battles. Is to not actually try and go and take forts, but to actually go and try and get involved in battles and try and kill off some of these armies before they have a chance to merge up into absolutely gigantic death stacks, because that's what's going to cause a lot of the problem. You can see that our vassals here are already starting to get a little bit overwhelmed. We'll recall the diplomat from Kashmir. There's no point you being there at the moment. We might take losses in this war. I mean, it might happen. It is a possibility. Jampur have quite a large stack down there. They've also got a 333 leader. It'd be awesome if Nepal... Right, Nepal are actually involved. And Tabaristan have come in as well. So our allies are actually involved with this. So that will help a little. But we do need to start trying to kill off some of these stacks. And I think also it's probably a good time to go well over the force limit. And let's just do this as a template, actually. We'll just call this Mercs. And we're literally just going to get 20 Merc infantry and just sort of build them up here. Because we know we're going to take losses, so we might as well start by building up mercs before the war even begins. So yes, I am playing on a very slow speed. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't get caught out by any huge death stack that sneaks in. Unfortunately, these guys were all the way down here because I'd been dealing with some revolt problems earlier on. So a lot of my armies are kind of all over the place at the moment. Now this is the one time where you do have an absolute advantage over the AI in war. If the AI fails to get his troops together, it makes life a lot easier for you. But as you can see, he is trying to get his troops together. If he splits them up and goes all over the place, that's excellent. That's what we want him to do. We want him to split his armies up, gives us the opportunity to jump on them individually, kill them while they're small stacks, reduce their numbers, start piecing out individual members of the coalition. And once we can do that, we can start offsetting some truce timers as well. Now, luckily, they're not really sieging most of my own stuff. They tend to be just dealing with my vassals. And we've got quite a good fleet down there as well. We are also getting some mercenaries together. Right, okay. Looks like Nepal going in there to deal with that one stack. I'm completely okay with them doing that. What I might want to do is actually get you... Right, I can't actually reach Malwa's fort, which is damn annoying. There don't seem to be many troops over this side, so let's get you over here. We'll go and actually start sieging out some of Malwa. We'll try and take Malwa's capital. If we can do that, maybe we can get them out of this battle. You guys didn't actually manage to take that, which I was expecting you were going to. So, boo-hoo, you failed that one. Might have to try and go in this direction, see if we can jump on this stack, and then this stack will probably try and engage. We do have our mercenary stack down here. Seems to be one man short. Not too sure where he's coming from, like the other side of the map maybe. This is our slightly better general as well. This fort might fall. Hopefully it doesn't. They're actually doing quite well on their sieges down here, which is a little bit disappointing. So we also want to try and use techniques that will split their armies up. Sieging down a capital fort is often a good way of doing that. Do you have... Oh yeah, you have 3 siege value, which is fantastic. You guys hurry up and get your arse over there, because you're taking far too long. Let's go up here and move the mercenaries up so that we can move in. Not too sure why they are a unit short. I'm sure we'll find it at some point. It probably got stuck somewhere. It doesn't really matter. You guys are in position, so we're going to jump in here. And we'll have a nice big stack. Is that my... Yep, there we go. So you guys want to get into the same province together. We'll merge you up if you manage to join the province. Come on, merge, 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 merge. Merge, 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 merge. Why won't you get into the province? Discovered an agent, yet nobody cares. Merge. Okay, so you guys are going to go and throw down in there. We'll probably take massive amounts of attrition doing this, but we'll soon start to take people's armies down. Sieging Jampur's capital will then be nice and easy and get Jampur out of the war. Maybe even take some provinces and give it to Jharkhand. So that'll be one army down. Now I would like to go and jump on these guys, but I think what I will do is go in and try and take these guys out if we can. These guys might try and jump on us, but I don't have the numbers down here to... well, once the mercenaries get there, we will have the numbers. Possibly. But if we can go and stop this siege from happening, that'll make life a lot easier. I'm also very, very tempted here to really go over the force limit and get another 20 mercs. We don't even have the money. Oh no, we do. It's red because it's telling us we're going to go massively over our force limit. That's fine. Oh right, okay. We've been given a gift. 25 ducats. Nice. Not that we really needed it. So we're going to jump in from here. 22k to 14k. We do have a better general, so hopefully we'll be able to win that battle quite easily. That said, they're not going to break that siege, which is the other option. The other option is they move all or some of the army away, and then I jump on them with another stack. Now, if we actually get some decent rolls, which is probably not going to happen because that's not the way EU4 works, but if we actually get some decent rolls here, we might be able to take that... Look, a 9 to a 2. Right, this army's actually splitting up. That is fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. I wanted that stack to split. They're probably coming over here because I've almost got their capital. But what we're going to do now is we're going to march right over here. And we're going to go in and jump on this 25 stack. It's got a 14% chance of taking this. Hopefully they won't grab it on that particular tick. And let's move in with all the rest of our armies now. So we're basically going around with a giant death stack. I am trying to keep them in some separate provinces to reduce attrition. And I've got one army that's going to be going around and doing my my sieging, as it were. So we'll go ahead and engage over there. We've got a 60 stack to a 20 stack. And we're getting terrible rolls. We have an idea that we can take here, which is our trade idea, which again... Yeah, we'll wait off on that one. It's not all that useful. So we'll allow this battle to carry on. It looks like we're going to get... They may be coming back around to reinforce. But that's probably fine because we're flanking them hard and they're probably going to lose most of their troops before they get into the position. And even though Nepal and Jharkhand are probably sacrificing their army here, they are actually going to slow those guys down and stop them from being able to help. So we can move in here now and reinforce this army. This is exactly what we wanted to happen. We've also managed to take that fort. Let's go over here and take out... this small army that's up here before coming back and trying to siege out Malwa's capital. So we're going to move in here, then we're going to go and send some to try and siege out Jampur. We don't want to split our armies up too much because we don't want to risk being jumped on by an army that we haven't seen, which is quite possible, especially as these guys are going to be coming over here to reinforce. Obviously taking quite a bit of morale damage, but we will get some of that back. We've got another 20 stack down here as well. So I'm actually going to move this 20 stack up here and get him to start sieging some stuff out. Okay, so that was quite good. Let's now go ahead and take one of our stacks. Maybe the one with the leader. Do you actually have any siege? You do. We're going to put you in Jampur. Now then, where's your capital? Your capital's here, so we could also siege out Bengal's capital as well. So let's go ahead and take a stack and go and start sieging that out. We don't have a leader. Don't really want an awful lot from Bengal. A lot of people actually giving me money, which is really nice. So we're going to destroy that stack over there. We might be able to come back over here and destroy Malwa's stack. They're still moving, so we'll allow them to come over there. Looks like we have got a penalty there, but that is still going fairly well. Little stack there getting destroyed nice and easily. These guys will just allow them to recover a little. So we're making positive war score. In fact, you guys are actually heading there. Can I give you one of my leaders? I could give you the 3331. Let's go and do that. If those guys actually stop there, we could actually get a squish here. Doesn't mean they are going to stop there. No, stop. Don't get locked. Stop there, because I think this is where these guys are coming. They're going to arrive on the 9th of August, 2 more days. Yeah, they've already got incredibly low morale. It's not going to be a stack wipe, I don't think. Unless we get really lucky. If we'd have rolled a 9, we might have managed it. We rolled a 9 there. It's in the fire phase, though. They can and probably will retreat. Need to make sure I keep my eye on the rest of the map while I'm doing this. Those guys have sort of ran off up there. That is fine. Let's go sit you guys on another fort. You guys are going to go up there and try and siege out Mao's capital. Nothing really interesting appears to be going on up here. That's fine. Just keeping this 20 sack here so that we can go and reinforce if we need to. We are losing a lot of money right now. Losing a lot of money. But that's why we keep a massive treasury. We could also go ahead and get ourselves some... Actually, do we want to? I've lost the thing now. Where do we get war taxes from? Do we want to raise war taxes? Yeah, we've got the military power. Let's raise the war taxes. We won't be losing quite so much money then. We'll still lose some, but it will means we can maintain these force numbers a little bit longer. Now we could come up here and try and siege your capital out. I don't really want anything from you in this war. I mean, I do. I'd want to take as many provinces from as many nations as possible, but we already have a ton of aggressive expansion, so the important thing is just getting people out of this war. I will take some land in this coalition war. It's going to happen. They're not going to get away with it. I will actually take some land. Who was it that declared the war? It was actually Afghanistan. Wow. Well, I don't really want much from Afghanistan, so they'll probably be the last people that I try taking stuff from. I know I'm playing at a slow speed, but, you know, I've got quite a lot of area to sort of look at. You are a group of mercenaries. I think once you've got that, I'll probably disband that group of mercs, because we probably don't need quite as many men as we've got, because we have done quite a good job in squishing the enemy. Now, I doubt we can get there. Oh, we can actually. But you're going all the way to Delhi and we can't get to Delhi. So we're just going to sit there and siege out your capital. Because guess what? We've already got a 14% chance of taking it on arrival. And there's another army going to reinforce. Oh, that's tempting. I could just leave behind one stack or a couple and take the rest and move in there and squish those guys. They're not locked, so that maybe that was a mistake doing it that early. But no, they're still moving in. Any opportunity to kill off an inferior army is worth delaying a siege for. So that should work out. Got to be careful though, because of course there are other units around. He's at low... see, there's a few sort of stronger units around. I'm a little bit worried he might try and move in on these guys, but I don't think he will. But if we can get those guys down, then we can move back into place. I need to keep my eye on what's going on down here, because as you can see, we're about to be moved in on by a Jaipur army. Let's go and put in a leader here. So we'll move you in. Hopefully we'll get some support in that direction. So that battle looks like it's still going our way. We can't get up to there, so we won't worry about that. We did win that battle. Let's move you guys back into there so you're nice and safe. We did get there in time. Jharkhand are throwing some of their troops in. Actually, no, we didn't even get there yet. But we will go and throw in the rest of those troops. Not doing particularly well on the siege over here. We don't have any artillery, which is part of the problem. But anybody that we can get out of this, we will try and get out of this. that should be a win for us right there anyway. Shouldn't have to worry too much about that. Let's go ahead and group you guys back together, because you're doing a grand job there. It'd be nice if you got a wall breach. Start getting some of these people out. And this will be Jampur taking another bit of a smack to the face again. There we go, another battle won. You have a leader. Let's take the army with no leader out and get them back to our home territory so they can recover a little bit. We're not actually losing all that much manpower right now, which is good. But yeah, we do want to try and take Multan if we can. I don't necessarily think I want to take much of anything from Multan in this war. Possibly might need to siege down this fort as well, but we'll see what happens on this one. Yeah, Jampur retreating over to the west, that is fine. We're actually making some siege progress over here in Bengal. I would like to take that province from them, actually, and give it to Jharkhand, so we'll see how that turns out. Let's go and have a look at the war enthusiasm. Bengal's already down to medium enthusiasm. That is really good. Still a few random sin stacks and stuff moving around. 21%. Haven't got a wall breach over here yet. That's annoying. Luckily, my vassals are actually being relatively smart as vassals usually end up being in these games. They're not doing anything too derpy. Most of my core land is absolutely fine. We could go around and sink some of these navies if we wanted to. Might not be a bad idea. Do you know what? We've got a massive fleet. What have you got down there? You've got 1 heavy and 9 transports. Let's go and... I like those odds. 50 lights versus 1 heavy and 9 transports. So we'll go and see if we can start disrupting their blockades a little bit. So we've got a wall breach here in Jampur. That is fantastic. 14% chance of that falling. We're being engaged by a colossally massive Jharkhand stack now that's just come from the north. Now the big problem is I haven't got anything up there that can reinforce that at all. I am massively, massively over the force limit here as well. Can I get out of there if I run? No. Well, going on the assumption that most of these units are going to die... that wasn't what I wanted to do. Going on the assumption that most of these units are going to die... not enough mercenary regiments. How many do we have? Only 4. Yeah, that's not going to help. We are in farmlands. That is not good. They have significantly better generals all around. So this is why I normally do it on a slower speed, because I completely missed what was going on over here. I really don't want to give up on Malwa. Can I actually escape if I go in any direction? Can't go that way. Can't go that way. Whichever direction I try and go in, I'm going to get caught. We'll see how the battle goes. Because I'm more concerned now about trying to get other people out. If we lose 1 stack while taking somebody else's capital, that's fine. If it keeps these guys busy, that's also fine. It's a shame as well, because we were on 21%. We got really close to doing that. So, when are these going to arrive? 5th of January. So, today. There starts the fight. Considering, actually, I mean, they do have a higher base morale. We've got better tactics and we've got better discipline. Oh, what happened here? Did one of my allies just quit? They did. That's why these guys got wrecked. We're at war with the Ottomans. Why am I at war with the Ottomans? What's going on here? Why am I at war with the Ottomans? When did that happen? I don't understand. How did the Ottomans get involved in this? Are they in the coalition? No. So they must have come in as Afghanistan's ally. That's a pain in the arse. Okay. That is actually a colossal pain in the arse. We might win this battle here. I'm actually going to do what I wasn't going to do now and just see if we can get these mercenaries into the fight. It's only 4 more men, but it might be enough to turn the tide of this battle. A lot of this is going to come down to how good the rolls are, and getting a 0 to a 10 is not a good roll. Yeah, we just got a load of crap rolls in a row. Let's get all the way out of there then. Let's go and retreat. Let's also go and just cancel those mercenaries. I did not know that the Ottomans were in this war. So that's just suddenly made things very, very scary. We need to start piecing people out as soon as possible and not worrying too much about taking land. We need to start getting people out of this war. Because once the Ottomans get over here, we're going to start having problems. They're already heading this way with a 45k stack. And these guys pieced out. Which then has to make you wonder, why didn't you guys all get black flagged? Yeah, the Ottomans are coming, guys. This is not good. We are still losing money. Minus 28% chance of getting Bengal's capital. 35% chance of getting Jampur's capital. They have a lot of troops over here, so being able to grab that is a good thing. If we can get rid of that. Not too sure what happened with the naval, but they're still moving around. I don't think we can catch them. Obviously, I'm not making any money while I'm not protecting trade, which is the other problem. But we will still chase these guys around, see if we can get rid of some of these navies. Now then, you're coming down here. You've still got a big stack. Hopefully get these guys into a position where they can jump in and help reinforce at some point. So I might get them down here into West Babar. Or Barar. Because, yeah, I think they're going to come in and try and jump on this stack. We've probably got the numbers to defend them if we don't get them all at once. Now then, you've buggered off with your... You've gone and docked, haven't you? Yeah, I thought you might have. Can I get a unit in there to go and force you out? Do you know what? I actually can. If we go and just break off a couple of units here, we can get you in there. We can force those ships out and sink them. That seems like a good idea. I'm going to end the video there, though, because we are over the 20-minute mark. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4 as Barat, and I'll see you guys in the next video, where hopefully we might even be able to conclude this war. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you next time, and until then, goodbye for now.